Don't you just hate it when you're building a house, or anything for that matter, and you get to the point where you no longer can place things because they're too high? And then you have to start building goofy scaffolding on the outsides and just doing all sorts of extra silliness, or worse, trying to like jump and place it and hoping that you get it right and that it actually works. And then you're placing these. Oh man, that didn't go there. That was totally not the fault of not being able to reach though. But then how do you build anything on top of that? Now I have to do more weird scaffolding. Oh man, it'd be so much easier if there was just a better way. And I know there's a scaffolding mod out there. I've actually done a mod review on it. But you know, you still have to build the scaffolding. Which, okay, not the worst thing in the world. You know, there's worse. Like getting a tooth pulled. And such. But what if there was an even better way than the scaffolding? What if we had like, oh, I don't know, maybe a tower crane? Well, guess what? We do. This is a tower crane mod. And let's take a look. For starters, whoops, at the craft recipe. Currently, you need only 5 steel ingots and yellow dye. Makes it pretty easy to build yourself a couple of these. And when you place it, you will get a base, which looks just like this. Now, I'm going to go over here and place a couple of them. And there's something I want you to note, and that is which direction I am looking when placing. Alright, so you'll notice on every single one of these, I was pointing outward from this center magical point here. Let's put a little something there to let us know where that center point was. Alright, so to use a tower crane, you obviously place it, then you right click, and you have a construction area size, which they want to know a height and a width. So in my case, I'm just going to do 10 by 10. You can use any values you want, and then you click save. And wow, suddenly we have a tower crane. Pretty dope, huh? Well, let's notice how this one's pointing over my little house thing there. Let's go ahead and do this again. And I'm just going to do 10 by 10 as well. Whoa, and I lost my piece of wood. Oh well, that's fine. That one's pointing outward. Alright, alright. Let's go ahead and do this one. I think they're intersecting. Yeah, well, close. Not quite, but almost. But okay, let's go ahead and do this. And this one might get in the way of my first placed one. I don't know. Yeah, they intersect, but I think that's okay. And the last one. And now the reason I did this was to show you not how they make a giant mess of your sky, but to show how you control which direction these things point out, and by extension, where your working area is of the crane. It's all based off of the direction you are facing when you place it. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these because I don't need any of them. Oh no, I lost a piece. I think it'll still work though. So to actually use it, we right click where to switch crane on and off. And you will see we get this nice orange and black striped thing. And we can just right click on that. And if I change my viewpoint with F7, I'm now sitting on top of this giant cube. And I can hit space, and that makes me go up. Shift makes me go down. And your standard control keys to move around. And I'm only pressing W. So I'm going forwards. And it is relative to your view, which is pretty nice. I don't really understand why I don't spin around at all. I always face the same direction. Okay, that is probably giving somebody motion sickness, so I will stop. And we'll go to here. Alright, so now, putting the roof on my building is super easy. I'm in the air. Oops. I don't need any silly scaffolding. I still collide with stuff, so you can't, like, magically go through walls or anything. Alright. I really don't know how I'm going to do this next chunk. Why can't I place my note? There we go. Okay, I think in order to do it, you have to do it like this. I don't build using stairs a lot. But I'm pretty sure if I did, I would know what I was doing. Okay, and then we just do this. Yep, that's exactly what we do. Alright, and let's just throw these on real quick. And there we go. We have a nice little roof. I could always take those out if I wanted. Interestingly enough, whoa. Oh, I know why that is. The crane cable is magic, and it can go through solid objects, but the hook at the end can't. Very interesting. To dismount, you simply right-click on the hook object there, and interestingly enough, you can do it in the air, and it'll stick around in the air. If you want to pull that back to over here so you can use it again, you can just turn it off. It'll disappear. Turn it back on, and it appears right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything's going to fix that missing piece. This can also be used to go down cliffs to a certain extent. I don't have one handy around here, but the hook will go lower than the base of the machine to a certain point. However, I do not advise using these for like exploring in caves or anything, because if you leave the map block, or the map block gets unloaded, I guess, this entity actually disappears, and then you have no way of getting it back unless you turn the machine on, which if you use this to get down to a pit or something and then it disappears, you can't climb back on it to get up, and you can't turn it on because you're stuck in a hole. So be wary of using these as elevators. It's not 100% reliable, but it never made any claim to be usable as an elevator. It was a tower crane. And the idea behind this actually came from I don't know if he was a server owner or if he just played on servers a lot, but he was annoyed by the fact that there was no easy way to pretty much do what we just did, fly around and build something without having the fly privilege. Because there's obvious reasons why you wouldn't want to, if you had a server, to just give everybody fly. Because you can do all sorts of stuff that you shouldn't be able to do with fly, like get into other people's property by flying over their walls. Whereas if you don't have fly and they build a wall high enough that you can't jump it, and it's protected so you can't place anything, you're stuck on the outside. If you just give everybody fly, nobody has to put roofs over everything to keep people out. This is a nice alternative solution. You build this, it lets you pretty much fly in your area. In my case, a 10 by 10 space. Lets you build, do all your stuff, and then you can just take down once you're done. And I should mention, I believe any pickaxe will take it down. I only tried with the diamond, but I suppose we can try others, right? I'll grab a wooden. Whoops. No, I wanted one of those, and I'll grab a stone one as well. The wood one might not. I don't know. Yeah, wood doesn't. Stone does. So stone and anything higher will take down a tower crane. And there we go. That is the tower crane mod for Minetest. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.